October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and that means it's a very busy month for the Women's Center, which serves Marquette and Alger counties. Joining us in the studio, we have Janine Frazier, the Executive Director of the Women's Center, to tell us all about it. How are you doing today, Janine?
Good, thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Yes, and so first of all, domestic violence, a very serious thing, impacts, the whole community, Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do when it comes to helping survivors and victims of domestic violence?
Right. So the first thing to remember is that if you or a family member or a friend are experiencing domestic violence, to reach out. You're not alone. We have a crisis support line, 906-226-6611. You will get a live advocate from locally this area right away, and they will start safety planning with you and figuring out what the next steps are. And we have a lot of programs and services for domestic violence, and really what it is we tailor our services to what the needs are of the survivor, and that's why we do have a lot of programs. We have therapy for domestic violence. We have legal advocacy. We'll accompany people to court if they need it and help them coordinate all of that sort of thing. We have a shelter, of course, in our area that is available for people that qualify for that. And we empower and advocate for people in so many ways.
Yeah, and so, October specifically, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. How can people raise awareness of this issue and help you guys out in that way?
Right. So Domestic Violence Awareness Month is really a time for us to honor survivors and their healing journey that they are on or have been on, sometimes for many, many years. And then also a time for us to raise awareness so we can really understand what the impact of domestic violence has on our children, our families, and our community. So some of the ways that we can do that together and work together to break that cycle of abuse is by raising awareness. So in town, you'll see there's purple pumpkins all over the place, and we came up with this Purple Pumpkin Challenge. So if you see a purple pumpkin, there's also a document flyer right next to it, and it has some facts or myths or some kind of information on that, plus our QR code to our Facebook page. If you go to our Facebook page, you'll be entered into a contest, and what we want you to do is just share our posts, like our posts, so we can get more information out there to be able to educate the public on what domestic violence awareness is. The more we can raise awareness, the more we can prevent this violence from happening, abuse from happening to our families and our children in our area.
For sure, yes. And like you mentioned, the Facebook page, if people want to learn more information about you guys, is that a good resource, or going to the website? Which would be the best route?
Right. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get a hold of us. Facebook page is great. You can message us there. It also has all of our contact information on there. But you can just call us on our support line. You'll reach somebody right away. And you can also go to our webpage. We have a live chat on our webpage, and then all of our contact information on there too. And you can also just come into our office at the Women's Center office. We do take walk-in appointments.
Excellent. Is there anything else you think people should know this morning?
Well, I think another really important thing to remember is to help people identify the signs of domestic violence, because sometimes it is not so obvious. And if you or a family member or a friend are concerned about somebody or concerned about yourself, you can Google it or go to our webpage. You'll see the power and control wheel. That is something that's really important to take a look at, because it has on there all the identifying signs that you might be able to see. So it starts subtly. You might see some signs of love bombing or a lot of gifts at first. It might be somebody that is isolating you from your friends or family. Things just don't feel right. And from there, walking on eggshells every time you're around somebody. And then it just can ramp up from there. Unfortunately, a lot of situations will end up in a violent or lethal sort of scenario. And so really, to be able to point those out to people and talk to people about it to just prevent it and stop it from happening as early as possible is one of the best prevention measures.
Janine, thank you so much for sharing this information this morning. Very important for everyone to know. Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it too.
Yes, and we will be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.